Hello, everybody. This is my first attempt in doing a podcast. Okay, so I don't know how well it's gonna be received, so I'm just gonna give it a go and try. So I'm just gonna talk. What my podcast is basically about is that I'm just gonna talk about how to view life in a more positive way. I know we all have our own struggles, so I'm just gonna in some of my own personal, and I'm also gonna chip in some Islamic quotes, maybe Islamic views on certain things. So if that is what you're into, then you can always listen to my podcast. So my first podcast is about me. Okay, I'm a medical student. Okay, I'm a medical student. So I'm a final year medical student. I failed my first year medical. Sorry, I failed my first year before. Okay, so during my first year in 2018, when I failed my first year, that was the first time I ever failed in my academics. I have been like an high achiever throughout my high school, throughout my primary school, kindergarten, you name it all. Okay, so when I failed during my med school, that seemed like a huge problem to me. I did not know how to react. I did not know how to tell to my parents. I didn't even tell to my close friends for the first few months, to be honest, because I was feared of being judged. To be honest, I didn't have all those reasons to actually, but it's just all the fear and anxiety comes in, okay? So when I failed the first time, everything seemed crashing apart in my life, like crumbling apart in my life. There was like a gray cloud above my head, you know? Couldn't get over it, couldn't go past it. Just, it felt like an empty space. I've never felt something like this before. It just felt like I've already reached the end of the road where I don't know how to proceed my journey. And that is the time when I've decided to ask more from Allah. Maybe that is the journey that has actually shaped me into seeing a different means of life. I'm so grateful, mashallah. I have good support around me. I had great family, great friends, alhamdulillah. They have helped me tremendously to come out of it. But I'm sure all that comes from Allah. This is basically just a gift from Allah, the support system that He gave me around me. Okay, so what happened is that I when I started praying more, asking Allah more, and when I feel like there is no answers in my life, that is the end point. That is the end point. I realized that no matter what happens in your life, when you don't have an answer, you just go back to Allah. That's it. And when you have nothing, you realize that your prayers become more sincere because you don't know what's going to happen. So you just go there on your praying mat, you cry. I am very sure that many people who have cried on the praying mat, somehow there is some connection in the heart that feels like that burden has been taken away from you. Put it 100% to Allah. And then slowly life started changing. You know, my family was so supportive. I was so afraid to tell them initially because I didn't know how they react. My family was so supportive. My friends, they were very supportive. My cousins, they were very supportive. I had a really good support system around me. But it made me realize that sometimes when you focus too much on one thing, when you focus like I was focusing too much on my medical degree, get my degree, that I forgot to realize beauty that I have in my life besides just that, the rezeki that Allah has given. Kawan-kawan is also rezeki. Family is also rezeki. That is something that maybe it's not like I don't appreciate it. Maybe after failing, I appreciate it even more, you know? And then I also realized that Allah's promise is always there. That everything happens for a reason. Now I realize because I failed my first year, I had to go down one batch. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have like an entire two batch of friends. I'm still friends with my previous year people, and I'm also friend with my current year people. So I have like more friends. And then these are all maybe the reasons why it all happened. If I didn't feel, I wouldn't have met many great people that I've met right now. You know, so it made me realize that if if you just go through and hold it in your heart that Allah's promise is always there, that that after every thunderstorm there will be a sunshine. I think, yeah, but you need a reason for you to hold on to, right? And the reason is none other than Allah, because that reason is none other than Allah's promise. That is for sure. And one more thing is that I feel like if I didn't fail the first year, it wouldn't have changed me as a whole. I started appreciating the small, small things in life. So I'm pretty sure that some of you might feel like this is the end of the road. Okay? I'm sure so many of you feel like there is a cloud around you. But I am sure there are people around you who want to help you, who's willing to help you. So please let them in. And please remember that Allah's promise is always there. He will definitely give you the rainbow after the thunderstorm. You please hold on to that promise, and I'm sure one day you'll see the reason, if not here, then in Akhirat, inshallah. So, with that, I would like to end today's episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.